I'll go first.
And my brother-in-law, Shuchy. Mike is the...
Not all at once.
Mike is gonna go first. So roasts are gonna make fun of us, hopefully in a loving way. They're passionate, and I hope you guys get some laughs. And maybe whatever's said here, don't let it leave this room. I don't know what you're gonna say.
I don't know anyone.
We don't know anyone at all. Anyway.
Make it a little louder.
Yeah, a little louder.
Put this in here.
It's hard in the corners.
Hello?
Are we supposed to sit here?
Yeah, they put them there for you guys.
I gotta help you. Better? Better?
Better.
Best? Better. Best. So, first of all, as I said, I'm Shuchy, also known as Mike, Steph's brother-in-law. I guess David's future brother-in-law. And actually, that's still ours. You want to do what? No.
You want to say something on the microphone?
Say hi, I'm my mom.
Hey, let me say it.
Say it.
Hello.
Emma, say
That's going to be more or less than my speech ever gets.
You want to say hi?
Emma. Okay, guys. Go.
You want to sit with me? Emma.
You can go after me. Oh, sweet. So, Steph, I'm just going to start because it's never going to happen. Steph, I know this is your day, and everyone, including David, is really a bystander. But I just want you to know that Becky wanted me to include her in this speech at least several times. Even louder? Yeah. So having said that, I will ignore her demands just this one time. And so Steph, this is the nice part of the speech. The first time I met you was at the Gandy Dancer in Ann Arbor.
That's right.
I believe it was November of 2000 on a cold night, similar to tonight. Could call it a global warming, by the way. I like to call this period the aerial beard era. Before I even said anything, you gave me this great big hug, saying you were happy to meet me, and at that time I really felt like I was hugging my future sister-in-law. The hug that you gave me personifies the type of person that you are. You're warm, you're caring, you're a wonderful sister, daughter, and sister-in-law, and teacher. You have a wonderful work ethic. In comparison to your sister, you can actually cook a meal outside of a microwave or George Foreman grill. In fact, Steph, that one time you invited me over to Brooklyn for sushi was amazing. Becky couldn't comprehend that rolls were prepared by hand and not delivered by some Asian guy after 15 minutes with edamame. David, I haven't known you as long as Steph, but this much I know about you. You're a wonderful person, you're caring, and you're a great friend. If I want to have a conversation with you, though, better to do it before you go to the hospital and not when you come back. You're a zombie. Oh, and also make sure I have alcohol handy, because when you're sober, you don't sleep that much. But when you're drunk, man, can't stop making you speak.
They lowered it on the speaker.
Oh, did they? Oh, did they?
Hey, they're YouTube.
Steph, the things that make you great are undeniable. You give hope to all 20-somethings who still want to go back to camp. And you will never lose faith that eventually tie-dye shirts will become fashionable again. Sorry. My dad, the lecturer, son can speak slower. David, over the next few days, months, you're going to get advice on marriage. Having been married to a Grunberg for nearly 7 years and knowing the family for close to 13, here's my recommendations. 1, listen to everything Steph tells you. She may have a cutesy little voice, but remember, hell hath no fury, like a Grunberg woman. 2, you and Steph should never drink heavily. My daughters have higher tolerance than the both of you. And Carolyn can't hear me. Get up here again. If you have, Steph, as part of the drinking, if you happen to go to a high school reunion, don't let Steph drink a gin and tonic. Because that could result in a deadly combination of your Gucci velvet jacket ending up with a bunch of vomit on it. 3, Ariel never pays attention.
Ariel, over here.
I'm fairly convinced that Ariel still hasn't heard whether or not I asked him for permission to marry his daughter.
Not too late.
And 4, most importantly, keep Alita happy. If you keep Alita happy, everything falls into place. So, a few years ago during my rehearsal dinner, Steph decided that she would paint a picture of what the progeny of Becky and I could look like. And at this time, I need my brother Gabriel Shuchy to come up here and help me with this part of the speech. So, Gabe and I spared no expense. This is my brother Gabe. We contacted rabbis, geneticists, historians near and far to help us determine whether Steph and David are a right match. What we determined was quite interesting. After consulting with people throughout Eastern Europe, we found out the following. In 1528, in Mother Russia, a young Ivan Shuchy, struggling in his shoe shop, left for Germany. There he would meet a man by the name of Sebastian Schwansteiger. Sebastian was one of the finest blacksmiths in Dresden. Ivan became an apprentice to elder Sebastian and learned the craft. It's getting there, it's getting there. 4 seconds. While at a beer hall one night, Ivan met Sebastian's daughter, where they talked for hours about the Middle Ages, the Black Plague,
Just show the picture.
and the Pied Piper of Hamlet. After what at that time was a long 3-day courtship, Ivan would marry the young Shula and they would start their life together. Fast forward to 20 years, Ivan and Shula's eldest daughter was the oldest heir to the Schwansteiger blacksmithery. Looking for a merger to solidify the family standing in Dresden, a marriage was arranged to a young man named Jürgen Klinsmann. Jürgen Klinsmann hoping to grow the family's fortune moved to the state of Hesse in Germany. The Klinsmanns would spend over 200 years in that town in Hesse and eventually decided to rename it. Steph, this is your family history. Because of the beautiful vistas and the greenish mountains, the Klinsmann clan, being quite original, decided to call their town Grumberg, or Green Mountain in Germany. In the late 19th century, the Grumberg would scatter the world, landing in countries like Romania, after one of the Grumbergs wasted away the family fortune mass-producing hats made out of paper. In Transylvania, one of the Grumberg family members was known for his whimsical adventure of trying to find Dracula during the day. This takes us to the near present day, where luckily for the Grumberg family, Ariel had the good fortune of meeting Alita Hairbanks Schwartz.
What's her middle name?
Hairbanks.
Remember she had bangs?
I lost everyone here. The Schwartz gene was able to dilute some of the strong Shuckiness, and hence 2 beautiful daughters arrived.
You can read it later.
Johnson had so long ago.
Sorry. It's build up. It's build up.
Anyways, to make a long story short, David has 0 Shuckiness in him, but Steph, just so you know, you're always going to have a little Shuckin in you. So Gabe, please, in the future, this is what your kids could possibly look like. Anyways, thank you very much. have grandkids, and just so you know, living a floor beneath David and Steph is not going to happen anytime soon.
Oh!